If you don't like doing math on your own, Microsoft Excel is the perfect solution. When you learn a few formulas, Excel will do perfect math for you every time. In this tutorial, I'll show you several basic math formulas. All of these little boxes in Excel that you see are known as cells. They're the individual squares where data live or where we can do formulas. You'll notice the columns, the vertical lines have letters at the top with A, B, C, D, and so on. The horizontal lines here on the left side number off the rows. Where a row and a column meet is called a cell, so we talk about those as an intersection, like A2 for the box where the column A and row 2 meet. On the first tab, let's look at how to do addition and subtraction. For all of the formulas, we start with an equal sign. To get started, we'll do some basic addition. I'll press equals and then type 4 plus 4. When I press enter, I'll get the number 8. On the first 3 tabs of this workbook, the cells will turn green when you've got the right value. In the next box below that has a black border around it, I want to add 2 and 3, but I want to add the 2 cells that are above it. I'm going to click in the cell and then press the equal sign. Now I'll click on cell A9, the number 2, then press the plus button on the keyboard and then click on A10, the number 3. When I press enter, it adds the numbers, so basically we're adding the contents of 2 cells. Next, we'll do some subtraction as I scroll down. I'll click in A19 and do equals 10 minus 5. Excel will of course return 5 as the result. Now let's do some subtraction on 2 cells. This time I'll press the equal sign, then click on the cell A26, then a minus sign, and click on cell A27. When I press enter, we get the value. Now let's switch over to the multiply tab. In this top box, I'm going to do an inline calculation. Press enter and hit equals 5 and then an asterisk, the little star, which is what we use for multiplication, and then type in 25 and press enter. We get 125, which is of course correct. Now we'll multiply the contents of 2 cells. I'll press equals and then click on the cell that contains 10, then type an asterisk and then click on the 3 and press equals. Super easy. Let's move on to the divide tab to do some division work. You know the drill by now. I'll click in the first cell, A2, and then press equals, and then type 25, and then a slash, which is what we use for division, and then the number 5. When I press enter, we get the result, which is 5. Now, we'll do an example with dividing 2 cells. In cell A14, I'll press equals, and this time, instead of clicking on the cells, I'll type the reference in. I'll type A12, which is where the number 24 is located, and then type the slash, and now type A13 and press equals, and we get the result. Keep in mind that you can type cell references as opposed to clicking around on them. Let's move on to the basic statistics tab. I'm going to show you 4 formulas to help you understand your data: average, median, min, and max. We're going to use these 4 formulas on the data that's on the left side of our workbook. In the box to the right of average, we're going to type the equal sign and start typing average, and I'll open it with the parentheses. Now I'll click and drag my cursor over the data that's on the left side. Excel writes out that part of the formula for us to grab the list of data. When I press enter, Excel calculates the average for those bits of data. Next up, let's do a median formula. It tells us which value is in the middle of the set of the data. I'll click in the cell and type equals, then start typing median and an open parentheses, and then click and drag over the data again. When I hit enter, it returns the median value. Now, we'll tackle 2 related formulas, max and min. Max shows the largest value in a set, while min shows the smallest. I'll do the minimum first, and the formula is equal min, and then click and drag over the cells. When I press enter, it shows me the number 4. Now, I'll do max, which works exactly the same, but shows the largest value in the set. So that's it. We've learned how to use math formulas in Excel. Learn these and you'll suddenly open Excel every time you need to do a calculation instead of grabbing your calculator. I'm Andrew Childress, and thanks so much for joining me to learn.